Let me see where it says here. Call what should let us in about lien holders brought my property tax lien. How would the letter go? Yeah, well, like I said, what you could do, like I said, if you believe that somebody's got a lien and they found a lien on error on you, then you just require that you have a hearing. You say, hey, make your resentment known to the court. And like I said, if anybody, especially if it's just another man or another woman like that, oh, that's sweet. Because like I said, all you got to do is you can say to them, look, at this time, the best I could do is pay, like I said, I did that with a guy in Indiana. If you listen to the show back in August, like the first week of August, the letter was very simple. It basically just said to the state of Indiana that all he had at this time was $30. I said to him, how much money do you have? Can you afford $1 a day? And he said, yes, I have $1 a day that I can afford. So then I just said to him, I said, great, we're going to write a letter to the state of Indiana, and we're just going to say to them, and this is exactly what the letter said, at this time, I, a man, Brian Bonner, do not have access to more than $30 per month. Is there anything else of value in which you will accept as payment to the debt, in which, 1, you claim is true, and 2, you believe that I owe to you, and that now that you are claiming is past due. So there you go. So right there, he says, the best I could do is $30 a month. And he owed tens of thousands, whatever it was, in back child support. And he was sitting at 4.5 years in jail. He was going to be sentenced. So by throwing that letter into the court, he just says, look, I do not have access to more than $30 per month. That's all. That's all I got. Is there anything else of value in which you will accept this payment to a debt? So, see, he was acting honorably. So they had to accept it. You better believe the state of Indiana wants him to pay every damn dime and pay it now. They don't want to accept this silly $30 nonsense. And then, like I said, the lady who had a child, and their bills was in the tens of thousands of dollars with the hospital. They said she was saying how the hospital treated her like dirt every time they went to court. But when they presented a letter just like this, saying that most that she had at her disposal at the end of every month was $5. That's all she had was $5. She said when she put this note in before the court, and the hospital attorneys, when they got to court, she put this note in. But the $5 thing, and she said the attorneys for the hospital treated her nice, the judge treated her nice. She said prior to that note, they said they always treated me like dirt. So, and that's what I'm trying to say. If anybody's making a claim that you owe them a debt, you tell them, honestly, this is all I can afford to pay you every month. All I can pay you is 30 cents. That's all I can pay you. You know what? Do you guys just want the problem to go away? There you go. You say, look, the most I can do is $1 a month. The best I can do is $5 a month. The best I can do is $30 a month. If you just want the problem to go to hell away, and you just want to get on and do something else with your life instead of reading all this stuff, filing appeals, doing surrey juris nonsense, reading all these stupid websites, just say, you know what? I don't care who comes to me. If I could say, I don't care who comes to me. Say Betty Crocker comes to me and say, or $10,000 for a cookbook. I was like, you know what, lady, Betty Crocker Corporation or whatever, you know what, I'm not going to go around with the argument court. I'm going to send her this letter and say, look, the best I have is 10 cents a month to set off this debt. Is there anything else that you believe of value that you will accept and which you claim is true and which you believe I now owe you and then you declare is post-due? Is there anything else I can do for you, ma'am? And that's it. And I'm done. You know what? I'm going to take the 50-cent stamp, put a 10-cent check in the mail, and be done. And I'm going on with my life. So I don't care who's making a claim I owe a debt. You know, I don't care how ridiculous. I don't care if they even got the wrong guy. I don't care. I'm just going to give him 10 cents and give him $1 and get him the hell off my back. You know, because like I said, man, especially like I said, you go to surgery, you deal like one of the animals I got to deal with. I could die at any moment, man. So why am I going to waste my time going to court, arguing with people, writing papers, doing all this nonsense, when I could just write 2 or 3 sentences and be done? Just like I'm sure that lady who's got that sickly daughter of hers, and she said, all I could pay to the hospital is $5. They were gonna garnish her paycheck. They were gonna lien her home. They were gonna take all her possessions. They were gonna execute a warrant of debt on her. It was ridiculous. I said, lady, how about you just do a 2-3 sentence letter and we'd be done? Give them $5 a month and back them off. Would you be happy? No worry about garnishment. Nothing to worry about, possessions in your home being, taken out. Like I try to say to folks, doesn't that make you folks happy? Just say, look, I don't give a damn. Just give them a couple of dollars a month. I just make them go away. That's all I give a damn about. You know, I don't have to win anything. It's like, to me, being left alone is a win. So it's like, you know what? I don't want to spend my whole life arguing with these people. Obviously, the kid got some, you know, good medical care, and obviously this guy actually owes child support, and obviously the state of Indiana, you know, paid money to his ex-wife and his kid, or one kid, two kids, I don't know how many kids he's got. But they paid him. Obviously, they paid money out. The people of Indiana to help support his child and help support his ex-wife. I'm sure they were collecting some sort of state benefit, so now he's paying back $30 a month. Oh, damn, man, most dads probably pay $30 a day to feed their kids or house their kids. So he's paying the state back $30 a month for the next 10,000 months. So what? So like I said, that's why, you know, if you want to argue with it a long time, I couldn't care less. I was like, you know what? You know, like I said, you do the Gordon Hole thing. You conditionally accept their offer upon proof of claim. You can do that too. You know, but like I said, if you just want to make it go away really super quick, just say, okay, you know what? Fine. You know what? It's like saying like a husband and wife arguing. You just say, you know what, honey? You're right. You're absolutely right. You know what? Everything you say, honey, you are right. You know what? Fine. Everything you say is right. You're absolutely right. You know what? Fine. Yeah, here's $1 a month for the next 10 million months. Have a nice life. I'm gone. But you know what? You're right. I'm out of here. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to fight. You know what? You're right. Just make you happy. There's nothing they can do. It's done. Instead of standing there and arguing with her over and over and over about the same nonsense over and over and over for the next, you know, it's been arguing the same nonsense for the last 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. You know what? Just say, you know what? You're absolutely right. You know what? I owe it to you. Great. You know what? You're a fiction. Go. You know what? Fine. Yeah, this is the best I could do. Is there anything else of value that you believe that you could come forth and... Because like I said, as soon as I did that with the little guy, as soon as I did that with the guy in Indiana, they had to come forth because I said, accept the payment that you claim is true. Now, no attorney can come forth and make a claim that anything is true. So that knocked the attorney right out of the box. And then the next thing was like, you believe I owe to you. Oh, really? So the attorney's going to have to say he has to come up with this belief system all of a sudden that attorneys don't have a belief system. Attorneys use precedent and case law. They say, the attorneys have to say, well, I don't believe this, but if you go back to the Scalia Court of 2006, the Scalia Court, or the Roberts Court, it's called the Roberts Court. The Roberts Court, you know, ruled in this manner, and Scalia wrote the opinion for the court. You know, so like I said, attorneys have to use what, like, somebody superior to them believes, or what somebody above them in their society established as the position of the Supreme Court. So when we establish our positions, we're supposed to be the representative of God. So when we utter something, it's supposed to be like God uttered something. So our belief outranks the lawyers, because they have to base it upon an opinion of a court. So they can maintain their position. We have a belief. They maintain positions because they're governed, and that's what govern means. To govern something means to maintain a position. To govern something, like a governor on a carburetor or a governor on a boat, it steers it. So they have to maintain a position, and the Supreme Court and the Roberts Court, you know, maintains this position that, you know, you can't do this or you can't do that. It's like, well, that's just lovely that that's the position that the Supreme Court of the United States ruled, but that's also saying the Supreme Court of Mexico, or the Supreme Court of Paraguay, or the Supreme Court of Canada. Who cares? It's the Supreme Court of the United States government. It's the Supreme Court that makes a ruling between the President and the Congress. The Supreme Court is not supposed to make a ruling between me and Bob, because that's not within their jurisdiction. I'm not under the Supreme Court's control. I'm not under the rule of the Supreme Court. I'm a man. Bob's a man. If Bob's got a problem with me, we take it to a trial by jury. We go before 12 other, you know, men and 12 other, you know, other members of our society, We don't go to the Supreme Court. And like I say to folks all the time, even if you do go to the Supreme Court and you take all that stuff and you win, yay, you always see what the Supreme Court says. Now that we ruled in this guy's behalf, it goes back to the court of the original jurisdiction, like a federal district court, and then the issue gets brought up in federal district court, and now the federal district court has got a good opinion on how he should rule this time. So when it goes back, the ruling comes back from the Supreme Court of Alabama. That's why John Wilkinson told me that. He said, you know what, you can get a ruling from the Supreme Court of Alabama. It could take you up to 12 years to get a ruling. And what's going to happen is going to go back to the court of original jurisdiction, family court. And the family court judge could tell you, oh, that's a lovely opinion that you got from the Alabama Supreme Court. But you know what? You could tell the Supreme Court to go F off. Because this is my case, you're in my courthouse, you're in my jurisdiction, you're in my realm, and I'm telling you, F off. So you just wasted all your time winning an appeal. And that's exactly what the man who is the head clerk of the appeals court for Alabama said to me, and he's been doing it since 1975. He's a deacon of a church. He's the president of the Court Clerks of America Association, and he teaches this at a university down there, at a law university down in Alabama. So if he's telling me it's a sham, it's a joke, it's a total waste of your time and a waste of your money, I'm not going to argue with this man. This man's an expert. When someone